Welcome in, Capricorn. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. For those of you that are new, welcome in, guys. My name's Lisa. Welcome to Say It Soul Tarot. I do want to give a big shout out to my returnees. Thank you so much. As well, thank you for supporting the channel by liking, subscribing, making comments. Really does make a huge difference. So again, thank you so much for doing that. That being said here, guys, it's going to be your general love reading for the month of June. So this is your longer read. It's pretty long, so hopefully you can bear with me. I'm going to walk you through your oracle cards here and your person's oracle cards, clarify with tarot, get some current feelings for the month of June, actions, and then at the end of the reading, I will pull some messages from your person's higher self, something you may not know about the situation with this person, especially if you're in no contact with somebody. But as always, guys, general reads, just keep that in mind. If you are looking for a personal read, feel free to reach out to me. It's just sayitsoultarot@gmail.com. The email address is in the description box of this reading, as well as on my homepage here. So let's get started. This looks like an interesting read. Really picking up on, I feel like this is a very important connection that you've got with somebody here, Capricorn. It's the kind of connection that is really tough to let go of. It's the type of connection that is, gut-wrenching, soul-wrenching, a lot of pain, a lot of love, a lot of happiness is possible, I feel like, in a situation with this person. But, it's the type of connection that really, kind of like is going to pull everything out of you that, needs to go. So again, very strong spiritual connection between you and them. So that being said, let's talk about your cards coming out. I feel like right now, either you are in the process of closing out an old chapter, an old mindset, changing things about yourself that you don't necessarily feel contribute in relationship. I feel like it's been hard for you to do that, Capricorn, because, change is not easy for a Capricorn, for one thing. And secondly, just really trying to kind of ground yourself and, put in the time and the effort, because I feel like in the past here you have been kind of more drawn to things that kind of come and go, kind of been in maybe a lot of surface relationships. This isn't that kind of relationship. So I don't feel like you were really expecting to meet this type of person, or, I feel like you were surprised. I feel like you were really surprised that, maybe you met this person and developed some pretty overwhelming feelings right off the bat here. I feel like that was shocking, surprising to you here, Capricorn. And I feel like, I feel as quickly as this relationship may have started with somebody, it ended. I don't know why it ended. Maybe for some of you, you weren't, over another situation, and you made that choice to continue that relationship instead of, moving towards this person. But you've never really forgotten about this person. You've never really moved on from this person. I don't feel like this relationship has really ever got off the ground or really been given a chance to grow. And again, it was cut short, and that could have been for a number of different reasons. And it's going to be different for each of you, but it definitely looks like this person has been on your mind. You can't stop thinking about this situation, this person. I feel like you are being drawn to, go down this road, take this chance, take a leap of faith towards love. And again, you're coming through in June as this moth energy. So I do feel like you're really drawn to this person's, aura. This is air energy coming through. You could have an air placement or so this person. But there's definitely something very alluring, something that is unforgettable about this person, this situation. You also got the soulmates card here, deep love, unity, connection. And again, I feel like at the time in which you met this person, this is not what you were looking for. But I feel like it's kind of like, I feel like this person definitely, knocked your socks off, when you met them. Like, wow, people like this really exist, or like, again, a lot of very strong connection between you and this person. So like I mentioned, I do feel like there was an ending that happened. You had to leave this behind for whatever reason. So again, I feel like, whether that be another person, another situation, because of financial reasons, distance, anything along those lines. I just feel like this relationship has never really got the opportunity to grow into something beautiful. And I feel like in your heart here, Capricorn, that it definitely could be. But I just feel like for whatever reason, that attention, you were distracted, weren't able to go there, get there, whatever that may be for you. But I do feel like you are trying to figure out how to kind of like put things, you know, the wheels in motion. How do I get things going again in the direction that I want them to go in? How do I, maybe approach this person again and actually, get things off the ground, especially whatever happened between the two of you. So I do feel like Spirit is encouraging you in June to stop overthinking the situation. Sometimes, I don't know, sometimes just in general as humans, we have we just overthink the situation, and actually it's like very simple, you know? Sometimes we have the tendency to make things more complicated than they really are. So I do feel though like you need to have some sort of plan here. You're trying to plan, you're trying to figure out your plan. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. So, you know, really coming up with that plan. And I'm really drawn into, so for some of you, definitely might not be in the same location. Definitely distance could be an issue for some of you. So how are we going to spend time together if we're going to be together, So thinking about all of those things. But again, I feel like some of those answers will come to you when you stop overthinking and are just doing your everyday things like going to the gym or going for a walk and having your buds in, and not searching so hard to try and find the answer, because I feel like that's kind of your energy at the moment. So grounding yourself as well is important, which is essentially the chopwood card here. So let's talk about your person here. Definitely your person, I feel like, is feeling like anything could happen. Anything is possible. I feel like your person is a pretty optimistic person. They could be a Sagittarius as well. It doesn't have to be. We have Leo energy or like masculine fire energy coming through. And obviously all the fire signs are masculine. So Leo, Sag, and Aries could be dealing with a Leo, Sag, or Aries. But luck is on your side. So your person, like I said, this arrow of love kind of reminds me of, Cupid's arrow being shot out into the universe here. So again, I feel like your person is optimistic. I feel like this person does have feelings for you still. So if you're worried about that, Capricorn, I feel like don't be. Again, coming through here as the yang energy. So definitely this person could have been, chasing you for the longest time, or been pretty, bold and assertive. Fire signs are kind of known for that. But I feel like now, whatever happened between the two of you, this person is taking a step back probably from this situation. There was definitely some mistakes that were made, some misunderstandings. We have victim, lost soul. So you could have definitely put this person on their spiritual journey, but they are trying to pay attention to signs and synchronicities that they're getting from their spirit guides here. So it gives me the impression here that this person definitely could be more spiritual possibly than you. It doesn't have to be, but they're coming through as very spiritual. So, and they believe in magic. They believe in luck. They believe, whatever's meant for them is not going to pass them by. Like, that's the type of person that I feel like you're dealing with here, Capricorn. That might be a little bit intimidating to you, especially if you're, all of this stuff is kind of new to you. You don't really know anything about. Maybe this is the first time you're watching a tarot reading. I mean, I don't know. But they're coming through here as the Cobra. So this person is pretty wise. Cobra energy is very like a spiritual teacher. So definitely this person has a lot to teach you. And again, I feel like You don't meet people for, it's not random. You meet people for a reason. I do believe that you kind of like sign up for like some special soulmates in your life that are, you made a decision prior to coming to this incarnation that you and them, need to resolve some past karma from previous lifetimes. And this is the time. So I feel like this is already, the wheels have been in motion for a while. But again, I don't feel like it's like you've ever been in a full blown on relationship with each other. But already I feel like, you've triggered things in this person when you guys met and vice versa. I feel like you've already actually learned quite a bit from each other, even if you haven't really necessarily spent that much time together. So definitely magic is at play. Then we have the new moon underneath that on the sacred symbols deck. So definitely could be something happening here at the next new moon. And I think actually, wow, there's a new moon coming out right away. Basically, as soon as this reading is, I release it. And then the next new moon isn't going to be till closer to the end of June. So if you don't see any movement after this new moon, I feel like it definitely could be the next new moon at the end of June, moving into July, moving into the end of I guess it's like mid Gemini season, right? July. So you might not see a lot of movement between you and them until, you might not be making any moves or having a lot of movement until the next new moon. So again, I feel like more like end of June. But it is time. I feel like it's time. It's time to move things forward here. It's time to take a chance. It's time to, reach out to this person. If it's you making that move, and I do feel like it's you, actually. I do feel like it's you. I feel like the universe might be pushing you into the energy of like, hey, I need to do something. If I really, want to be with this person, I need to make a move. I need to, reach out to them. I need to take some action here. So again, I feel like this person probably was the one in the past who was like more forthright, more outgoing, kind of, definitely runner chaser energy coming through here. So, but I don't feel like this person is doing that anymore. I feel like they know that that was maybe a mistake, that they should have let you kind of take the lead here and take some effort. I feel like this person almost let you off the hook a little bit here, Capricorn. Like, I feel like this person probably did more of the work initially when you guys first met. This person texting you all the time, messaging you, so you didn't have to really do much. But I feel like that dynamic definitely may have caused some problems in this relationship. Things might have been a little bit out of balance. And now I feel like your person is kind of taking a step back. And if you really want to be with this person, I feel like you are, really drawn to them. And again, trying to figure out a plan how to, get things off the ground or get things to more common ground or be on the same page. I feel like you need to do something soon. But it is possible. I want to say it's possible. You got the Miracles card. That's the bottom of the deck of There Are No Coincidences. So miracles, magic, luck. So I do feel like, things are coming together. Things will come together. So I feel like if you're worried about that, don't be worried. I feel like, whatever's meant for you is not going to pass you by. And then the mutual energy between the two of you is Mars. So that's, taking action, moving forward, being bold, being assertive. And again, I feel like it's you getting into that energy, whereas your person has already been doing that or did that in the past. Oops. And there we have the High Priestess on the bottom. So again, like I talked about, this person being in touch with their intuition, being a spiritual teacher for you as well as for themselves. So let's get some feelings out. These are the kind of readings I really like. I don't know. It's probably a second best reading. You got the second best reading here, Capricorn. And you are my last one. So, good on you guys. Love that. Anyway, I get excited when I get readings like this. So I like that stuff. I believe in that stuff. So I guess that's probably why it excites me. All right. So let's get some feelings out. Let's see how this person is feeling about Capricorn. So spirit angels and guides, please show me how this person is feeling about Capricorn here. How's this person feeling about Capricorn in June, please? So 9 of Wands. There's the High Priestess. That's funny. There's that taking a break, taking a step back. 3 of Cups. All right, there was definitely, there has definitely been a gap. So, like I mentioned already, there was something preventing the two of you coming together, getting together. So, Hangman can sometimes be like, okay, we need to take a time out. I can't spend time with you right now for X, Y, Z reason. Again, feeling disappointed. I feel like your person was disappointed that things could not, kind of keep growing, or that the two of you couldn't spend some more time together or spend any time together. But again, I feel like this person is, feeling a little bit wounded. I feel like their pride is a little bit hurt here. So I'm not sure what happened between the two of you before, but remember we saw that on that card, on the mistakes card, that there was like misunderstandings. I don't know. I feel like in the past, this person definitely may have thought that you wanted to spend time with them or get together with them. But again, I feel like right now they are still feeling a little bit wounded. And again, taking a step back from this relationship with you, Capricorn, to kind of like throw the ball back in your court and kind of really in the energy of like, I guess if Capricorn really wants to be with me or spend time with me, then they're going to need to put in some work. So I feel like maybe in the past, like I mentioned already, that there was some sort of imbalance in that. I don't feel like that was really your intention, but I feel like, it's kind of like, why would you put in a lot of time and effort when someone's kind of always doing everything for you, right? It's kind of like, you know, it's like a baby. The baby's never going to learn to walk if someone's always picking them up, right? It's kind of that energy where, like, again, I feel like this person will, kind of, well, they let me do it. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like that. Like, they did everything. I didn't have to do anything. But again, sometimes that, you can kind of lose respect for somebody. So that might have been a little bit of a turnoff, like a little bit of an ick factor for you for a while. I don't feel like you felt like that the whole time, but I do feel like that feeling kind of comes and goes. And sometimes that's a bit of a turnoff, right? So I feel like this person has learned from their mistakes, or over giving to a situation. I feel like this person has healthier boundaries now as well. And I feel like you still are really feeling that pull, that draw, that moth to the flame kind of thing. So I feel like you are still highly attracted to this person. So let's see how you're feeling. I'm interested to see what comes out. How does Capricorn feel about this person, Spirit? How does Capricorn feel about this person? How does Capricorn feel about this person? What's in Capricorn's heart here? So we got the 3 of Pentacles. I saw it before it flipped over. 2 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles. Wow, a lot of Pentacles coming out. All right, you want to, I feel like you do enjoy this person. You and this person have a lot of fun together. For some of you, this might have been somebody that you used to work with, or you had to work with temporarily. That's pretty specific. That's not going to be for all of you. But just really enjoying this person, having fun. I feel like this person definitely brings out the playful side in you. But I feel like, again, you're kind of going back and forth here. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. How do I get back in the good graces of this person? How do I, I need to have a plan here before I kind of like come forward, make myself known, that I really am interested in exploring this relationship with this person. I don't know what to do. As well, for some of you, you definitely could have a lot going on. So Two of Pentacles can be like, trying to find some balance in outside of love. So work and play and responsibilities. So let's ask about the Seven of Pentacles here. Tell me about the Seven of Pentacles here in Capricorn's feelings. Ten of Wands. King of Pentacles. Six of Cups. Yeah. So there's that special bond. That's those special feelings that this person brings out in you. And I feel like at the end of the day here, this is something that you want to explore, something that you want to move towards. Maybe in the past you were really avoiding, getting seriously involved with anybody or really taking a chance on love. But I feel like this person, you have a lot to learn from them. And you might have already learned some of those lessons as well. But I do feel like, even though you feel like, well, it might be a lot of work to go down this road with this person, and that might have been one of the reasons why you didn't before, is because there was obstacles in the way, or this isn't going to be that easy for us to be together. There's kind of like a lot of moving parts. But I feel like at the end of the day, you do want to be in something stable. This person does really light you up. So I feel like you're really deciding here that, this relationship is something very special. It's not every day that I feel this way about somebody. I do want to kind of like put in the time and the effort here, get out of my comfort zone here with that King of Pentacles, and bring some stability to the situation and explore this, these feelings that I have for this person. So, because this is a very special person, very special connection, like I already mentioned. So I do like that you're recognizing that here, Capricorn, because maybe in the past you're like, oh yeah, I like this person, I'm attracted to them, but never really maybe thought about the reasons why you met this person. And now that some time has passed, and it's like, hey, why can't I like let go of this person? Why do I always come back to this person? Why is this person why is this song constantly showing up on my Spotify? Why? Like, I feel like the universe, I feel like there's been some epiphanies here for you lately. Why do I keep dreaming about this person? Like, why can I not move on from this person? So again, I feel like the universe has been kind of like trying to push you in a direction that's for your greatest, highest good. And, exploring this with this person definitely could be it. Because again, I feel like, this person definitely could be a bit of a spiritual guide for you, or like, again, kind of like, I feel like the universe is trying to like gently push you here, Capricorn, in a direction. And maybe for the longest time you were ignoring it and didn't really want to go there because you just felt like you weren't ready. So, again, I feel like divine timing is at play in this relationship with this person. So let's see if this person's going to take any actions towards you. What actions is this person going to take towards Capricorn? Any actions? I don't feel like there's going to be, but let's see what comes out. Actions towards Capricorn. Yeah. Knight of Pentacles. They're not doing nothing. Tell me more. Sorry, guys. I just laughed because it's like, that's exactly what I said. Five of Pentacles. Yeah. I feel like this person feels like you kind of abandoned them a bit. Made them feel, maybe that this isn't something that you're interested in. That's why things came to an end here. But as we know in your feelings here, that's really not the case. So, like I mentioned already, I feel like this person is waiting on you. They've taken a step back. The ball is in your court here, Capricorn. What are you going to do with it? I feel like, you're kind of trying to come up here with a plan about the best way to move forward to get into, a better situation with this person. Whether that, I don't know. Do you need to apologize, Capricorn? I'm not sure, but I feel like you're trying to figure out how to do that. So I feel like that's what you're doing in June. Let's see if you're going to reach out to this person at all. Actions from Capricorn towards this person in June. Any actions from Capricorn to this person in the month of June? So Ace of Cups. I like that. Tell me more. The Sun. Oh, Capricorn. I love that. Very nice. I want to get one card on the Two of Swords, Spirit. I got one card on the Two of Swords. All right. I mean, I feel like, you know, get out of your head, Capricorn. I feel like you are a little bit nervous, you know. I feel like you're kind of like ready to finally, like, you know, kind of declare your feelings here for this person, you know. I feel like maybe for some of you, you never thought you would do this. That's really what I want to say. You never thought that you were going to do this. So this is almost a surprise to yourself. But again, I feel like you're trying to, you know, don't self-sabotage, get out of your own way. I feel like I want to say, stop overthinking the situation and just do it. Just go for it. It looks to me like, you know, this Ace of Cups, the Sun, the Two of Cups, you know, expressing how you feel, making it known to your person how you feel, and that you do feel like this is a pretty special connection. I feel like that will go a long way, you know, by expressing this to this person. And it looks like to me that, you know, you do want things to work out. You do want to spend some time together. Again, recognizing the importance of this relationship has kind of been a light bulb moment for you here. Whether or not you realized that in the last month, or since you and this person maybe stopped talking, or maybe this could be even further back with somebody that you were always interested in that you never had the opportunity to make a move on, and you're doing that now and letting it be known, you know. And that's like, you know, it's pretty risky, right? But you do need to get out of your head here. So I want to say, don't worry about it. I feel like your person is going to be receptive. We can even ask if that's going to make you feel better. Let's see. How is this person going to receive this, Spirit? If Gemini, I want to call you Gemini. I apologize, Capricorn. Maybe you're dealing with a Gemini, or maybe you have a Gemini placement. How is this person going to react to Capricorn's declaration? We'll call it a declaration here. How is this person going to react to Capricorn? Four of Pentacles coming out. Tell me more. I need another card, Spirit. There's the Tower. I feel like they're going to be surprised. In a good way. I feel like they're going to be happy here. Tell me more about this Four of Pentacles. How is this person going to be feeling towards Capricorn after this declaration? All right. Nine of Swords, Queen of Swords, Seven of Wands, Five of Wands, Queen of Cups. So let's take a look at these. So I feel initially this person is going to feel like they're already kind of in a hurt situation, right? I feel like this person was really disappointed whatever happened between the two of you in the past here. So they are going to be feeling like, can I really trust what Capricorn is telling me? Like, is it clear, you know, is it clear that things have been, whatever obstacles were between you and your person here? So we have the Five the Seven of Wands, Five of Wands, Queen of Cups. Could have been another person. So, you know, this could be representative, you know, Capricorn, if you were in another relationship, the other person. Is that been removed? Like, are you like 100% available now, Capricorn? Are you like really, you know, wanting to jump in with both feet? That is kind of what this person kind of wants to know. So just be prepared, I feel like, to have an answer for that. But I feel like, you know, this person is going to be overwhelmed with emotion. And I feel like, you know, the silence is going to end between the two of you. And then we have Knight of Wands, Six of Wands. So you can kind of get back to, you know, feeling good, feeling passionate, feeling like things can actually work, finding some, you know, balance here. And then we have the Star, wish fulfillment, you know, putting in the time and effort. And there's Archangel Michael, Eight of Wands, a lot of communication. So this looks nice. I just feel like initially when you express to this person, I feel like there's, I don't want to say a sense of disbelief. I don't feel like that's true. I feel like it's more like, okay, Capricorn, whatever was holding, whatever the block was between you and this person in the past, your person wants to make sure that that is not an issue anymore. So if you were in another relationship, if that was what the block was, or you were just really not ready to be in a commitment or be in a position where you could actually show up for this person, they just want to make sure that this is the real deal. I want to say this is the real deal. So are you like 100% in, you know? Because I feel like Capricorn, you wouldn't approach this person if you weren't 100% in, because I feel like you know that this person really does care about you and love you and really wanted to be with you. So I do feel like you just wanted to make sure that you could give them what they really deserve and what you have to offer. In the past, I feel like in the past you wouldn't be able to really offer this person what they deserved. So I just feel like your person needs confirmation from you when you express how you feel that, you know, these obstacles that we faced in the past are those out of the way now, because, you know, I've already gone through a lot of pain and suffering and, you know, missing you, Capricorn. I just don't want to ever go through that again. So I need to make sure for myself, you know, I need to protect my heart here. And I need to make sure that those obstacles are now not going to be a problem anymore for the two of us moving forward. So I do feel like that's essentially what your person's going to say to you. Or that's, you know, what they want to say to you when you come forth. So just be prepared for that. And again, I don't feel like you would be taking all of this time thinking about a plan, you know, how to stabilize the situation, how to get back with this person if you really didn't want that. So I do feel like you really do want it now. And I feel like maybe that's the difference. In the past, you didn't really, you weren't really able or willing to put in the time and effort to make it work. And now you are. So I do love that. That looks great. And again, I feel like your person's just going to need reaffirmed that those obstacles that you had in the past that kept you apart, that those are removed. So, and it looks to me like things will be back on track after that. So I love that, Capricorn. This looks really nice. This looks like it's been a hard fought battle for you and for your person. And at the end of the day, I feel like I want to say love always wins. And I love that. So, and you guys are making me teary eyed. Jesus. Okay. So I'm going to end your reading here. I'm going to pull some messages from your person. You know, I'm a sucker for a good love story. So, you know, that's pretty much why I do these readings. I don't know. I love that, Capricorn. This looks really nice. I feel like, you know, it's like kind of like finally two people that really care about each other, are coming together. So again, really nice. I feel like it's taken a while, you know, for the two of you to get there, but I feel like it's possible. I love this miracles card, and I just got the goosebumps when I said that. Miracles, magic, you know, have faith in your dreams. We have the Knight of Cups as well on the bottom of the Wizard of the Oz deck here. I always shuffle all of my decks, and then I want to get the underlying energy, even the energy around me. So, all right, let's get some messages, some higher level messages from this person's higher self for you. Messages for my Capricorns from this person, Spirit. Messages from this person to Capricorn, please. All right, I am stuck in visions of us together. So this person's been thinking about maybe the last time the two of you were together. We have I can't come to you now. And then we have what do you see in me? So I'll take that one. Other messages. Sorry guys, I have to split this deck in half because it's too big for me to hold the way that I like to shuffle. So any other messages for Capricorn here from their person? All right. All right. I don't want to be who I used to be. You deserve better. So again, feel free, if you feel like this is more your energy, Capricorn, feel free to do that. And I do feel like, again, there was a break here. So definitely in the past, you know, you and this person weren't able to be together for due to, you know, obstacles in the way. And then the bottom of the deck is, I wish I could be fully honest with you. So we'll take that because I feel like this is you expressing your feelings finally to this person. And yeah, and then we have it is all too much under at the bottom of the deck now. So this looks really nice. I hope this reading helped you in some way, Capricorn. That's why I do these readings. Same thing for you, cross watcher. As always, guys, hope to see you in your mid-month. And, you know, at the end of the day, you just need to follow your heart. So, all right, guys, take care.